Hello, friends, it's Mr. Jim.
And welcome back to Kids Short Stories. Today's story is brought to us by Sophia. Hey, Sophia, she sent me an awesome idea for a story, and you can too. Just head over to kidshortstories.com, send me your idea, and maybe we'll turn it into an awesome adventure. And right now, I need to make sure that you smash the follow button or that little plus sign so you don't miss out on any of our awesome stories. Are you guys ready for today's adventure? Oh boy, there's a dragon. Me too, let's go. It was a cold and wintry day when Sophia looked out the window. She knew that today was an adventure day. She was very excited to find something new. You see, Sophia was an adventurer. That means, well, she loves adventures. Do you like going on adventures? Oh, me too. I never pass up an opportunity to go on an adventure. Sophia, she was extremely brave and had been planning today's adventure for many weeks. You see, there were mountains that surrounded Sophia's house, and one by one, she had been traveling up and down all of the mountains. But today was the big one, the big mountain called Cloud Mountain. Because it was so tall, it went through the clouds. She grabbed all of her gear, which meant snow pants and special boots and a very warm jacket with hat and gloves. It was going to be a very cold adventure, but Sophia was ready for anything. As she headed out the door, she said goodbye to her parents, and her mom handed her a special snack for today's adventure. All right, Sophia, well, just make sure that you're home before it gets dark, and stay safe. We love you. Bye! I love you! Shouted Sophia. As she started her hike up the trail, there was a little bit of snow. It was definitely cold and windy, but this part of the hike, it was just, maybe an inch of snow. That was easy, but it would get much, much harder. After about 30 minutes had passed, she had reached a much higher elevation than she had begun, and it was time to pull out the snowshoes. What are snowshoes? Have you ever walked in really deep snow before? Yeah, well, if you haven't, snow, when it gets really deep, sometimes it can be really hard to walk through it because you sink all the way to the bottom. And right now, the snow was getting as deep as Sophia's knees, which made it very hard to walk through. As she pulled out her snowshoes, she strapped them onto her shoes and, wait a second, what are snowshoes? Good question. Well, they kind of look like a tennis racket. Yes, I know that sounds kind of silly, but snowshoes, they help you stay above that deep snow. It works in spreading out your weight. So imagine if you had a really wide shoe, like a tennis racket, tied onto the bottom of your feet. That makes your surface area much bigger and spreads out the weight across the snow so that you can stay on top of the snow instead of sinking all the way down, which makes walking a whole lot easier. Sophia was sitting on an old tree as she was strapping on these snowshoes to the bottom of her boots. There, she said, that'll make it a whole lot easier. I love hiking in the snow. It's so fun. As she continued her hike up the mountain, she was approaching the clouds. Wow, I can't believe it. They look so beautiful up here. As she was looking around and she could see for miles. The view she had was absolutely amazing. She could see her house way down there, and she could even see her friend's house. Wow, she was really high up this mountain and could see for miles. Then she continued her hike up towards the clouds. You see, everybody wondered what the top of this mountain, remember Cloud Mountain, is through the clouds. Everyone wondered what the top looked like because you couldn't even see it because it was always in the clouds. Sophia was determined to be one of the first to ever see what's on the other side of the clouds. After a quick break to eat her snack and drink some water, she was ready to push for the final leg of the hike. As she climbed her way up and pushed her way through the clouds, she was finally to the top of Mount Cloud. Wow! It was absolutely amazing. And not only was it amazing, but as she looked up, she realized how close the stars were. "Holy smokes," said Sophia. "I feel like I could just reach out and grab one of those stars." She unstrapped her snowshoes and thought about jumping up and trying to grab a star. Do you think she could do that? Do you think you can grab a star out of the sky? I don't think so. But Sophia is really, really high up there. Maybe she actually can. As she knelt down and started to stretch her legs, she knew that she was a pretty good jumper and just maybe, she could reach one of the stars. She took a running start and then jumped and leaped with all of her might, and she grabbed a star out of the sky. What in the world? As she opened up her hand, her glove was now holding something that was very strange. Wow, what is this thing? It glowed like a star, but it was hard and it looked almost like an egg. Wow! I gotta take this home and check this out. Sophia carefully placed it in her bag. She now switched out her snowshoes for snow skis and zoomed down the mountain. Do you think it's faster to go up a mountain or to ski down a snow mountain? Yes, it is way faster, as Sophia is zooming down the mountain back towards her house. As she slid to a stop in her backyard, she couldn't wait to show her parents what she had found. They were absolutely amazed. They had never seen someone grab a star out of the sky. But this was not an ordinary-looking star. There was something strange about this. Like Sophia said, it looked like an egg, and something amazing was about to happen. Sophia carefully placed it on a pillow in her room, and it still glowed. It was like a nightlight. As she fell asleep, she really loved the glow against the ceiling. Early the next morning, she was awoken by a sound. She jumped out of bed and looked and could not believe her eyes. That star egg thing that she had found up in the sky had now hatched, and there stood before her a tiny baby rainbow dragon. Ah! She started screaming and her parents raced in. What's wrong? What's wrong? Oh dear. They couldn't believe their eyes. Sophia, stand back. They pulled Sophia away from that dragon, but the dragon was scared and hid underneath her bed. Oh, I think he's scared or something. Can I go help him? Said Sophia. Okay, just be careful, said her parents. Sophia knelt down and reached under the bed and carefully pulled the dragon out from under it. He was so scared he was shaking. It's okay, little guy. It's okay. Can we keep him? Sophia instantly turned to her parents and begged to keep the dragon. I totally understand. I would do the same thing. If I found a little dragon egg star thing and it hatched, and I would totally want to keep the dragon. What about you? Would you want to keep a dragon? Okay, Sophia, but it's up to you to take care of it. It's your responsibility, they said. Perfect. I'm going to name him Rainbow Star. And even though that's the end of our story today, it is only just the beginning of Sophia's amazing adventure with her new dragon friend, Rainbow Star. The end.
Hey friends, I need your help celebrating a birthday. Drumroll, please. Happy birthday, John, who's turning 7 years old. John loves animals, dinosaurs, and science. Wow, John, I'm so glad we got to celebrate you and your big day on the show. Happy 7th birthday. Well, friends, I hope you all have a super duper day, and I will see you on our next adventure. Bye!